Namaste, Jai Hind and welcome to this edition of The Right Stand. I'm Anand Narsimhan. In a big relief to farmers before the Rabi season, the centre has approved a subsidy for phosphatic and potassic fertilizers. Cost to the exchequer for this subsidy is estimated to be over 22,000 crore rupees, and this decision comes despite a global increase in fertilizer prices. Meanwhile, the adoption of the national pension system by employees of central and state governments has increased to a 5-month high in August. This signals accelerated hirings in the public sector. The latest NPS data released by the National Statistical Office also showed that the number of new monthly subscribers collectively increased by 22% in August. HMD Global, the maker of Nokia devices, has said that it will launch smartphones under its own brand in the first half of the calendar year of 2024, and they said that the launch would be first in India, which will be a priority market. The company added that they would also have an India-first approach for the HMD branded devices, including smartphones. And Bharat has achieved a historic medal haul at the Asian Para Games, surpassing its 2018 tally of 72 medals, at least 16 gold in its kitty. And Bharat is not done yet. The games are still underway. PM Modi has congratulated every single athlete for their grit and determination that has brought glory to the nation. And we set up the first debate tonight on this edition of The Right Stand, ladies and gentlemen. Ram Lala will be Virajman. The Pran Pratishtha will happen on the 22nd of January. The members of the Ram Mandir, Ram Janmabhoomi Trust have actually gone and invited Prime Minister Narendra Modi. But there are voices within the opposition who are asking, why call the PM?
ये तो ऐसी ही राम मंदिर की बात कर रहे हैं जैसे ये भारतीय जनता पार्टी का मंदिर हो.
Before elections, they want to show that they have built a Ram temple, but that is a forgotten thing. People had forgotten that.
22 जनवरी 2024 श्री राम जन्मभूमि अयोध्या. हर राम भक्त जो राम भक्त के रूप में आए उसका स्वागत करें.
भगवान राम का ये प्राण प्रतिष्ठा एक आस्था है, आस्था विश्वास की है, एक श्रद्धा की है, जिसमें प्रधानमंत्री जी को बुलाया गया है.
In Ayodhya, they say, "Hoi soi jo Ram rachi rakha." That means whatever Ram has willed, that's what will happen. That's how deeply Ram is entrenched into Bharat's ethos, ladies and gentlemen, that all the way from Kashmir down to Kanyakumari, there is someone by the name of Ram. Now, Sri Ram Janmabhoomi Mandir will be inaugurated on the 22nd of January, and Prime Minister Narendra Modi has said that it's a privilege for him that he will be able to attend it. The Ram Temple movement lasted for about 2 centuries, if not more. Let's just go back in time and revisit some of the significant events and touch points through this entire movement, especially post-independence. Lord Ram Lala's idol was found inside Babri Masjid. So Ram Lala prakat hue the there, and there was a lot of furor and hue and cry that was asked, that was created. This happened in 1948. There was a plea by the Hindu Paksh in the Faizabad court to get permission to worship at that disputed site, and the whole fight was Hindus always for centuries believed that this is the spot where Ram was born, Ram Janmabhoomi, and that's why the mandir will be of Ram Lala or baby Ram. Ayodhya court ordering to open the gates of the mosque for Hindus, and that happened in 1986. And then in 1989, the VHP laying the foundation stone of Ram Temple at the disputed site. In 1990, Lal Krishna Advani begins the Rath Yatra from Somnath to Ayodhya. 1992, Babri Masjid, the structure was razed to the ground. 2003, the Archaeological Survey of India found presence of large Hindu complex right under where the mosque had been built. or the structure had existed. 2010, Allahabad High Court ruled to divide the land in 3 parts, a decision that was not acceptable to any of the litigants. 2011, the Supreme Court stayed the Allahabad High Court order of dividing the land into 3 equal parts. 2016, a plea was filed in the Supreme Court seeking Ram Temple construction. 2019, Supreme Court asking the government to hand over land to the trust for temple construction, and 2020, Prime Minister Narendra Modi laying the foundation stone for the Ram Temple construction in the presence of the RSS Satsangachalak Mohanji Bhagwat. 22nd of January 2024, the Ram Janmabhoomi Temple will be inaugurated by Prime Minister Narendra Modi. But time and again, ladies and gentlemen, even the Allahabad High Court judgment, which divided the land over 3 parts amidst the litigants, had ruled that that very spot was deemed to be the birthplace of Ram. And that's why it was deemed Ram Janmabhoomi. And that's why the whole case was called Ram Lala Virajman. That means this is where Ram Lala was born and this is where he should be Virajman. That very spot where the Pran Pratishtha will happen and which is the sanctum sanctorum of the new temple is where Ram Lala is Virajman. Meanwhile, this has now irked the opposition leaders. After the invitation happened, the Prime Minister tweeted about it or took to X and posted about it. They are asking why Prime Minister Narendra Modi has been invited for the inauguration of the Mandir. Opposition parties once questioned the existence of Ram. Let's also remind you a few of those statements that have been made in the past. How the opposition has opposed Ram and also the temple itself. Ramcharitmanas, Ramayana, not enough to prove the existence of Ram. This is the UPA government to the Supreme Court back in 2007. Then Valmiki had said that Ram is a drunkard. This is what former Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu, Mr. Karunanidhi, had said back in 2007. Historical proof of existence of Lord Ram is not there at all. That's what he contended. That's the DMK. Some people think Ram Temple construction will help COVID's mitigation. Sharad Pawar in 2020 when the Bhumi Pujan happened. Ram Temple is being built on the land of hatred. Jagadanand Singh in 2023. These are the comments. The question that we ask is, if the allegation was that in the past it was the BJP that politicized Ram, who's politicizing Ram and Ram Mandir now? Who's politicizing faith?
Hello, Moto.
Aparajita Sarangi, BJP MP and national spokesperson with us. Tehseen Poonawalla, political analyst with us. It's a straight face-off between the lady and the gentleman. Namaste and Jai Hind. Thank you very, very much. The allegation is, why invite the Prime Minister? Why does he have to go for the temple inauguration, Aparajita Sarangi? And this is all being done just around the cusp of elections.
A very good evening. There was a time when the opposition leaders used to say, Mandir wahi banayenge, taarikh nahi batayenge. Now here, the government led by Prime Minister Modi is saying the taarikh is 22nd January 2024. I think the opposition should be happy about it. The date is out. Now the fact remains that Ram Bhakti from Jammu Kashmir to Kanyakumari and from Kamrup to Kutch is not just Ram Bhakti, it is Rashtra Bhakti. And we must accept that. See, these are the people who on December 6, 1992 had fired at the Kar Sevaks. The Samajwadi Party people, the BSP people, the Congress people, please don't forget that. And now, here is a government led by Prime Minister Modi, which actually translated the idea of Ram Mandir construction at that particular site where it should be into reality. Now 500 years of struggle, 491 years to be precise, came to an end with the 9th November 2019 Supreme Court judgment. The judgment, as we know, said that the point was right for which all the Hindus, all the Kar Sevaks had been fighting, and there should be Ram Mandir construction at that site in Ayodhya. So I think thereafter, the Supreme Court judgment pursuant to that, the government of Prime Minister Modi started the work of construction, and I think in these matters will is required, will is supreme, and this government has shown the will. Now all these people are putting Chandan and Tika, all these people are gathering around Ram, which is good. In fact, I will take you back to the date on which Honorable Prime Minister had laid the foundation stone of Ram Mandir on 5th August 2020. He had tweeted where he said it is all about Rashtra Bhakti and let us not talk about who won and who lost. It's a question of all of us coming on one platform. And also, I would like to remind you of the lovely words of Honorable Prime Minister when he had, during his speech on that very day, he said, Ram sabke hain aur sab mein hain. It's good that people like Kamal Nath are on board and they want to be invited. I must tell you that 10,000 dignitaries are being invited. Honorable Prime Minister is being invited because he has spearheaded the entire thing and he is the Prime Minister of the country. He should go and participate
So
in
is the grouse,
and I'm sure
is
all
the grouse
these gentlemen and ladies would be invited. Yes.
Is the grouse Tehseen Poonawala then that PM was invited, we were not? उनको इनवाइट किया हमें नहीं. Is the manifest saying PM को क्यों इनवाइट किया?
Namaskar Anand, Jai Hind, Jai Siya Ram and Jai Siya Ram to the Honorable Member of Parliament, Mrs. Sarangi. I often say on your show and it's gone very viral Anand. ऐसा कोई सगा नहीं जिसको भाजपा ने ठगा नहीं. ठगने का काम अगर किसी political party, there's any political party that's ठगने का काम. That is the Bharatiya Jhutha Party. And allow me to explain to you why. This Bhavya Ram Mandir would have come up in 1993-94. In Parliament, the then Congress government, a minority government, brought in an ordinance to build a Bhavya Ram Mandir. Guess who opposed it? The BJP and their Vice President S.S. Bandari. And I quote him, says, this is partisan, petty and perverse about the Ram Mandir and let the matter go to court. The BJP, not only did they not allow the Ram Mandir to be built, when the Honorable Chief Justice of India asked the Honorable Prime Minister, current Prime Minister, to intervene and solve the matter, the current Prime Minister refused to solve the matter. Ultimately, the Supreme Court had to step in and resolve this centuries-old dispute. The government played no role on it, no role. But let me put something else forward. This is the same BJP. And I take an objection to the statements made by Congress about Ram Setu that it is mythical. The same BJP Mahesh Sharma ji on the floor of the House said that there is no evidence of Ma Sita being born. The same Mahesh Sharma. What did BJP do against him? When Naresh Agarwal ji was in the Samajwadi Party, the language he used for Bhagwan Ram, Bhagwan Vishnu, Bhagwan Shankar, Arun Jaitley ji got up and said this man should be in jail under 153A. Forget being in jail, BJP took him in the party and leave aside anybody else, Dilip Ghosh ji or West Bengal President. The language he used for Ma Durga, if I, Anand, use this language on your show about Ma Durga, you, me and Aparajita ji, all three will go in jail. BJP promoted him and made him a member of parliament. What did Nishad ji speak about Lord Ram's father? BJP has gone in an alliance with him. The fact is BJP only uses religion for politics. It has nothing to do with religion. The BJP, now I will end with one question. Are the wrestler women not kids of Bhagwan Ram? Are the unemployed in this country not kids of Bhagwan Ram? They don't want to talk about anybody except their own politics. And they have nothing to do with the Ram Mandir construction. Nothing at all except for trying to stop the Ram and stall the Ram Mandir.
It is good to present an argument, but it is not correct to be economical with the facts. When the Congress party, when the minority government had made the suggestion of building a temple, did they actually deem that place as Ram Jan Bhumi, and did they say that they will build the temple right where Ram Lala was born?
In that 2.5 acres.
Sir, no. It
wasn't a 2.5 acres.
It was not going to be. It was not going to be. It was not going to be where Ram Lala was born. It was not on Ram Janmabhoomi. That entire place is deemed Ram Janmabhoomi. That was the Hindu Paksha's argument. Secondly, sir, the Prime Minister or the government said we will not intervene because the matter was with the courts and the courts had to clear the title. It was about title belongs to who?
Absolutely.
The deity has living rights, sir, and the living rights of the deity have to be accorded and granted by the rule of law and not by the intervention of a government, because that's where this whole this entire issue was, that the right belongs to the deity and the actual original nature of that particular area based on the Places of Worship Act 1991, which is an ad hoc act. But beyond that, the constitutional right where the deity has living rights. And the other part, sir, there is nothing wrong if we say Jai Shri Ram in the temple of Ram Lalla, because this is baby Ram, sir. There was no Sita in the picture when Ram was just born. So that is why if they say Jai Shri Ram at the temple of Ram Lalla, it's not an insult or it's not ignoring Ma Sita. It is the fact that it is never see our Ram. Because Siyavar Ram is a
Right,
different
right.
deity. No, I'm just saying, explaining to you that when you purposely said Jai Siya Ram, it was trying to say that the BJP says Jai Shri Ram and we say Jai Siya Ram. I'm just saying Jai Shri Ram is when it is Ram Lala. When the deity
brought
is
up that
Siyavar
point.
Ram, then it is Jai Siya Ram. So please understand that. So I'm just
I
clarifying.
absolutely
Like
understand.
I,
If I
like,
may,
very
please
good.
allow to
Since you understand, then in this case, in the case of Ram Lalla, it is always Jai Shri Ram. But Aparajita Sarangi, the question on the other aspect that the BJP is also hypocritic. The BJP is also embraced those who have rejected, questioned or insulted Ram in the past. So it's all politics for you.
See, this is a historical step by the BJP government headed by Prime Minister Modi. Imagine a struggle going on for 500 years. It comes to a close when we get to know what is the site where this mandir should be constructed, for which the entire fight was there. And ultimately here is a government which has the will and which has the intention and which has I would say the strength to construct the temple. 70 acres of land, this beautiful temple is coming up, and March 2020, immediately pursuant to the Supreme Court judgment on 9th November 2019, the construction work started, and well within 3 years, 9,000 crore have been spent by Sri Ram Janmabhoomi Tirth Trust, which has been entrusted by the government to construct this temple. So we are extremely transparent also about whatever expenses that are being made. And I think if you see the account, I'm talking of this account as on 31st March 2023, 9,000 crores spent and 3,000 crores were there in that account by 31st March 2023. We are so very transparent about this. So I think this government means business. This government knows that this particular Ram temple would bring everybody together. It's all about Rashtra Bhakti. It's not just Ram Bhakti. So I think I would request Tahseen Poonawala ji and others who are actually forming part of that brigade to move with a larger heart. And today, in fact, his words are music to my ears. I'm really surprised. Now they're all coming forward and saying Ram belongs to us too, and this is something which we really have been wanting to hear.
To give Tahseen Poonawala but Aparajita ji, to give Tahseen Poonawala his due, to
I
give.
think this is something, the date
But
announcement is
Aparajita ji,
something which should be welcomed by all.
Aparajita
And
ji.
in the 10,000 dignitaries list, all these big people would be finding the place, because here is the government of Prime Minister Modi with a large heart. We would be inviting everybody, and in fact, this entire inauguration, or rather Prana Pratishtha, will be done by Sri Ram Janmabhoomi Tirth Trust. So I think everybody would be.
Aparajita ji, to give Tahseen Poonawala his due, I think your earpiece has just dropped down, so she couldn't hear me there. It's not that she was not allowing me to speak; she couldn't hear me there. So we'll have to give it to her there. But once she's back, we must qualify that Tahseen Poonawala never has had an issue of accepting the existence of Ram or saying Jai Siya Ram or Jai Shri Ram. But the fact is, Tahseen Poonawala, those who are reacting, those who are today reacting are, see, Congress mein hi do faad hai. There are those who are happy that the Ram temple has been built for Ram Lalla, and Ram Lalla will finally be Virajman in his true place, not in a tat or a tent. But there are others who still believe that Ram Lalla is a myth, Ram is a myth, and you're still continuing to shake hands, engage with and partner with in an alliance with those who not only have in the past thrown slippers at the effigy or idols of Ram, but they continue to deny the existence of Ram.
After throwing slippers at the statues of Pratima of Bhagwan Sri Ram, the DMK party I'm speaking about, or both the Dravidian parties, it is the BJP that entered into an alliance. In fact, Sri Atal Bihari Vajpayee ji went and I don't know if you can hear me.
Now I can. There was an interruption, but now I can.
After this slipper thing, I just hope I'm not interrupted. Actually, Atal Bihari Vajpayee ji personally went and met Karunanidhi ji, and they formed an alliance after this. Forget this. Recently, the language Nishad ji used for Raja Dashrath, the language he used for Bhagwan Ram, BJP is in an alliance with
Arey,
Nishad ji. And it's not
eh,
taken back.
eh,
Now, please, Anand, please. You,
Sir,
I'm at a disadvantage. You never interrupted Aparajita. Please give me my say.
I am just, yes, it is,
I
you
know,
will
no,
only,
it's not.
you
I
will,
will hear
you will
you
only
after you
speak,
finish. I
you
have
will
a lot
only,
of points to make.
you will only
Anand, that
speak,
was-
you will only speak. I am just
Yeah, but
saying,
if you keep
sir,
interrupting
small
my flow,
alignments,
it doesn't
small
work.
alignments, small alignments and small, alliances. On the one hand, you are highlighting them. The long-term alliance is being discounted. सर उन्होंने करा तो गलत,
I am not
जो
highlighting.
जो जा अभी चल रहा है, अब भी चल रहा है, उसको आप कुछ नहीं बोल रहे हो.
Anand, please allow me to speak. There is nothing called small pregnancy and large pregnancy. You are pregnant. There is nothing called small alliance and large alliance. The BJP hypocritically formed an alliance. That's why I started your show by saying there are thug bandhan. ऐसा कोई सगा नहीं जिसको भाजपा नहीं थगा.
So then does that not apply to also the party that you lean towards? Whatever you are telling the BJP, because those actions are currently being conducted by the same party that you lean to.
You've not interrupted the MP even once. Allow me to make my points. I have a lot of points to make. The MP did not clarify to one of the charges I made, not one of the charges. But let me take some more charges further. The BJP, your point was that the Honorable Prime Minister rightly did not interfere when the Chief Justice said to intervene because it was a title dispute matter. Rightly, I agree with you. Good the Honorable Prime Minister didn't intervene. So the Supreme Court solved the matter. But that is precisely the point I made. The BJP had nothing to do with the matter. The Honorable Supreme Court ruled it in favor of one title dispute. Why the BJP is climbing on rooftops and credit? I'll tell you why the BJP is taking credit, and this is where I'll end. Because even on the Ram Janmabhoomi land acquisition around the Ram Janmabhoomi, the land to be acquired around it, they did a scam. Even in that, they bought 2 crore worth land in 18 crore rupees, as has been alleged, and there's been no clarification. This has been flagged down by...
Those charges, one minute, those charges still have not withstood or have not been able to...
Who's going to investigate?
Have not,
UP government.
have
You
not,
think they will?
have not withstood the test of scrutiny.
Give me
in the court
CBI
of
for
law.
one day.
So
Give me CBI for one day because I'll
you can make
investigate.
you can make. See, these are all
Kaise
tall
karu?
claims. Please let me plus.
Kaise
Please. No, 1 minute.
Police bhi unki-
Now let me also tell you.
police bhi
Let me also tell you another false claim that you, another wrong argument that you are making. When the court has made that judgment, what the government is saying is it's not that the BJP who says that who has done it. The BJP always wanted a decision. Who went to the court and said 2019 के election के बाद फैसला कर लेना, अभी क्या जल्दी है बाद में कर लेना. Who went and said that delay the judgment. That's why I am trying to tell you it's nice to make arguments, but it is not nice, Tehseen Pulawala, to be economical with the facts.
You got to allow me to answer. You cannot have the last word.
No, I'm not having the last word.
Allow me to
Aparajita
answer.
Sarangi is...
I'm a guest on your show.
Yeah,
Allow me
please.
to answer.
Oh, go ahead.
Give me the same.
Today somebody has decided
Honorable MP.
to get combative with me
Please.
itself. Tehseen Pulawala, come on.
Please,
Go ahead,
allow
please.
me to give me one line. Who opened the locks of the Ram Janmabhoomi? Sri Rajiv Gandhi ji.
Why did they do it? Why did they do it?
He did it
Again,
because
economical
the
with fact.
Mandir
No,
Inauguration.
because of the backlash, because of the backlash the Congress was facing because of overturning the Shahbano ordinance, because of the Shahbano ordinance, the Shahbano judgment that was overturned because of the ordinance and the backlash the government was facing at that time. That is the reason why the locks were opened, sir. Again, economical with facts and history, sir. Don't do this. मैं थोड़ा बहुत तो मैं भी पढ़ के आता हूँ, तहसीन पुनावाला पकड़ लूंगा मैं. Please don't do this. Okay, you go back and see the history. When they overturned the judgment of the Supreme Court with the Shahbano ordinance, there was a huge backlash, and that's why to counteract that, even Rajiv Gandhi said he will start his national campaign from Faizabad and Mandir ke Kiwad. That is why it was done, to try and balance the entire backlash. So let's not forget what happened and who played politics. Again, you know what you did just now? You know what you just did? You just proved, sir, that the Congress party is equally guilty of all the charges you make against the BJP vis-a-vis the Ram Mandir and Ram is concerned, based on your own arguments and how facts happened. Aparajita Sarangi now please yield. Aparajita Sarangi. It's a smart way to hog the entire debate, but let's not do that. I am wise to that strategy also. Allow Aparajita Sarangi to speak. Yeah, Aparajita Sarangi.
I can only say that cynicism is not good for your health. Good thing is being done by this government, and I think the construction of Ram Mandir should be welcomed by each one of us, and 10,000 dignitaries are coming. You would definitely be invited, so be happy with at least one work of Prime Minister Modi and his government. See, many of you were there, but who actually got it constructed? Who created the trust and who ensured that the money was there in the trust so that the construction could take place? And a beautiful design is being actually, put forth on the ground. So I think all of us need to be happy. 1.40 billion Indians must be happy. It's a great thing which is happening, and we all should celebrate this particular decision.
So then you have now said, Aparajita ji, you have just now said Ram सबके हैं, 1.4 billion Indians should celebrate. तो फिर मंदिर हमने बनाया मत बोलिएगा, मंदिर सबने बनाया.
मंदिर सबने बनाया, लेकिन देखिए जो अंत में all's well that ends well, as we say, जो अंत में काम करता है और करवाता है, उसे तो निश्चित तौर पर धन्यवाद देना ही पड़ेगा.
तर्क करना हमारे डीएनए में है, पॉलिटिक्स करना पॉलिटिशियंस के डीएनए में है, but the fact is that we have to accept that राम सबके हैं. जो भारत में है, भारत के रग रग में राम. That's what is said. Anyway, thank you very much, Tehseen Poonawalla and Aparajita Sarangi. Aparajita ji stays on with us.